This video is sponsored by Bel Air Direct, providing complete car and home insurance solutions. From the sublime to the ridiculous and everything in between, welcome to the crazy, you couldn't make this stuff up world of car and home insurance claims. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 craziest insurance claims.
The insurance company is never going to believe this.
For this list, we've ranked the weirdest, most wonderful, most famous, and most far-fetched claims out there. They may seem unbelievable, and it's entirely possible they have been embellished over time, but all are at least based in fact. After all, the truth is stranger than fiction. Number 10. Shampoo fuel. Depending where you are in the world, some car insurance policies offer a misfueling cover for those annoying and slightly embarrassing times when you fill up with the wrong type of gas. But as long as you haven't inflicted even more damage by driving your vehicle very far, those insurers will pay to drain and clean the engine. However, what if you've misfueled magnificently badly and filled up with something else entirely? That's what happened to one British woman, who claimed she mistook her shampoo bottle for a gasoline container and filled up on premium herbal essences. The ads say it'll take your hair to paradise, but don't expect it to help drive you there. Number 9. Hammers and hail. Mother Nature can cause a lot of damage. So, when one Louisville, Kentucky resident submitted a claim that his car had fallen victim to hail, the insurers expected a routine payout. But clearly the claimant had never seen a real-life hail-beaten vehicle, as someone had done a very poor job of recreating the effect.
Hand me that hammer, Jimbo. No, the bigger one, the sledge.
His insurers knew instantly that this was not weather-related, and that someone had taken a hammer to the car. They assumed that someone was the owner himself. However, he was unperturbed and filed a slightly more reputable claim shortly afterwards, declaring that someone else had attacked his ride.
You're wearing protective goggles to destroy my car? Safety first!
As it was impossible to prove who had actually caused the damage, the money was eventually paid out, but his premiums likely went through the roof.
See what happens, Larry? You see what happens?
Number 8. Getting greedy.
Fire!
We're no experts on the subject, but surely one of the first rules of insurance fraud is to know when to stop. One Delaware man forgot that advice when he claimed he was trying to move burning coals in his home and inadvertently caused over $50,000 in damages. He was ultimately found out, however, when he concocted a storyline more suitable for a slapstick routine.
All right, you're not on fire!
I knew it, you're lying! I'm burned!
There is no fire!
While trying to throw the coals out, he threw a bucket full of them outside, conveniently onto his convertible. And then, while running through his house in a panic, he somehow managed to throw a second bucketful onto his couch.
If you guys ever have kids, and one of them, when he's 8 years old, accidentally sets fire to the living room rug, go easy on him.
When will these people learn? Stop seeing dollar signs, start seeing sense.
Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Number 7. Skyrockets in flight.
Skyrockets in flight. Afternoon delight. You guys have it, I think.
Of course, not every ridiculous claim is flat-out fraud. Sometimes they're just honest but stupid accidents. One such claim was made one 4th of July, when a driver had parked his truck bed with several $1,000s worth of fireworks. He had intended to stage a huge and impressive show in a nearby field, but instead held a costly and dangerous series of explosions en route. Thanks to a stray cigarette he tossed out of the driver's window, the rockets launched way earlier than expected. We assume no one was hurt, but the car was a write-off.
We are truly blessed.
Number 6. Hot Wheels claim.
You know, in the future, if you're gonna steal cars, don't dress like a car thief.
For one wannabe hustler, his experience with attempted fraud was anything but child's play. In fact, it was just a series of schoolboy errors. Theoretically, the idea could have worked. He'd claimed that thieves had stolen parts from his car, but the execution was unbelievably amateurish. The so-called victim submitted phony invoices to his insurance company, listing what he wished to be reimbursed for. But things got slightly second-grade arts and crafts project when the accompanying photos showed parts from a toy car that was the same color and make as the claimants.
The box for this one said ages 8 to 14.
That's a suggestion.
In the end, his Hot Wheels landed him in very hot water. Maybe he was sent to his room without dinner. Number 5. Horse lick.
Tell me something I don't know.
I open-mouth kissed a horse once.
Say what?
That's something you don't know.
Some people like to spend their vacation time getting a little closer to nature, but one couple allowed their car to get a little too close to a particular group of horses. The sightseeing pair was busy traveling through England's Dartmoor National Park when they parked so that they could do a little more exploring on foot. When they returned to their ride, however, it looked a little different, because some presumably very hungry ponies had licked away its paintwork. We've also heard the same tale told about some paint-licking cows in France, but either way, the claimant's cars still ran, so they didn't need to hoof it.
What'd you do?
Number 4. Water heater blasts off. You might not think the water heater is the most dangerous appliance in your house, or the most mobile, but for one unlucky insurance claimant, it turned out to be a literal home wrecker.
Because the pilot light's out and I don't know how to relight it.
After the homeowner attempted an ill-advised home repair on his water heater, a buildup of pressure caused it to rocket through all the floors of the house, like an oversized bullet, before careening out into the outside world. The destruction didn't stop there, as it also damaged nearby cars parked in the street, an accident which we expect caused many an ironically heated conversation between neighbors. Number 3. Mid-accident insurance.
Yep, I'm flying through the air. This is not good.
With insurance, it pays to be prepared, and you should always try to arrange a policy before an accident happens.
Did I leave the stove on?
Let's say your uninsured car randomly catches fire. You'd probably try your best to think on your feet. But would you attempt to purchase insurance over the phone right then and there? One couple apparently did. And as the story goes, they might have gotten away with it too, if the car fire hadn't threatened to blaze out of control. While the husband tried to complete his panic purchase on the phone, his wife could be heard screaming in the background about her fears of an explosion. We're assuming the insurance company quickly lost interest in the sale.
Sir, the attitude is not going to speed things up any bit at all. I'm going to ask you to speak into the mouthpiece very clearly.
I'm in the middle of a war! This is freaking ridiculous!
Number 2. Hot dog. Pet dogs can be a real pain sometimes, especially when you're trying to eat. They'll stop at nothing until they steal at least a little of what's on your plate. But for one pet owner, their puppy's hunger couldn't even wait until dinner was served, with disastrous consequences. According to one insurance claim, while trying to steal food from the stove, one ravenous pooch turned all the burners on high and caused a major kitchen fire when an unwatched pizza box was set ablaze. We should say that no animals were actually harmed in the filing of this claim, although we can't promise that the pup's owner was too happy with him.
What the hell did you do? Me? Who the hell buys a novelty fire extinguisher?
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1. Submarine versus car. Unfortunately, car accidents happen all the time, and cars are irreparably damaged every day. But as we've proven today, car insurance claims aren't always simple affairs.
Torpedo impact. Now.
Our winner sees someone's ride written off after an unexpected collision with a submarine, an occurrence that was apparently not uncommon in World War II-era London. The unbelievable incident apparently took place when the wife of a submariner drove to see her husband's Navy vessel arrive in port. Only she got a little too close to the action when the inexperienced crewman driving the sub accidentally rammed her parking spot, causing the car to slip into the water. It wasn't quite the homecoming the husband was expecting. Do you agree with our list? Which insurance claim did we overlook?
I mean, good luck turning the car.
For more crazy but true top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
My car is completely destroyed.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome. But sorry about your car, man.
This video is sponsored by Bel Air Direct, providing complete car and home insurance solutions.